Check, 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 check. Looks like we're live. All right. Let's get some light on the situation here. There we go. That's better. Let's put some light on the... There we go. Okay, good. I look like me and not some weird yellowed out version of me. I wonder how everybody's doing today. So YouTube guys, let me tag some friends here on Facebook, my Facebook guys. And by the way, YouTube guys, you should come and find me over on Facebook. If you like what I'm doing here, if you like what I'm about and the stuff I'm sharing with you, come find me on Facebook. That's really the primary place where I'm growing my audience. Although that having been said, I'm focusing on YouTube as well, but that's neither here nor there. Reach out, connect with me. That's what we do with each other when we like each other's message, content, and delivery. We connect with each other, right? And so if you like what I'm about and what I'm sharing with you, I invite you to come connect with me over on Facebook. So that having been said, today we're going to talk about sales. And for those of you on YouTube, well, you're going to get one of my famous terrible line drawings to help you visualize a concept. So I'm sort of, I wouldn't say I'm known for terrible line drawings, but I do them fairly commonly and frequently to illustrate points. Sometimes I'll get on one of my whiteboards. Today it's going to be a terrible line drawing. And here's what I want you to understand. The promise of this broadcast is the trick for sales. For those of you that don't like sales or selling, if you hate it with a passion and you wish you could just, for the love of God, attract clients and attract leads and convert them to clients without having to go into that realm that feels like manipulation. It feels icky. It feels out of congruence, right? Am I right? I mean, it feels out of congruence with your values. And there are a lot of sales trainers nowadays who are moving toward what you might call ethical sales or what you might call aligned sales. And I think that that's a really good movement. I think the days of the sort of, smarmy, I think of it as this is an old school thing, and this is going to date me a little bit, but there was a TV show back in the day called WKRP in Cincinnati. And WKRP in Cincinnati had the quintessential, what I call white shoe salesman, a guy named Herb Tarlick. And Herb knew every sales technique in the book. He was, he wore the white shoes. So WKRP was from the late 70s, early 80s. He had the plaid sport coat. Hey, Karina. Hey, Troy. Hey, Jim. He had the whole 9 yards, right? He had the salesman patter. He was everything that we now detest turned into a very funny caricature. But the thing is that underneath the caricature of Herb Tarlick is a truth. We don't like salespeople. We do love to buy things, however. Isn't that fascinating? And I'm painting with a broad brush here, but generally speaking, we don't like salespeople. We don't like being sold to. However, we do like to buy things for ourselves and for other people. It's an interesting dichotomy. And with the advent of social media, the opportunities to overcome that dichotomy are different than they have ever been. They're better than they've ever been. They're more in your favor as a coach, a service provider, what have you, than they've ever been. So, Diana, hello. Again, for those of you on YouTube, I'm communicating with my tribe, I guess you call it, over here on Facebook. So here's the thing. There are any number of studies and disciplines and philosophies about how to overcome objections, how to guide the sales call, how to do all these things that are all fancy ways of reframing manipulation. That's what it is. Anytime that you feel you have to overcome objections, guide the sales call, Well, guiding the sales call is a little bit nebulous. If I'm being honest, there is in all cases where it's a conversation about potential enrollment, you do need to have authority. You do need that. But so I don't mean guiding the sales call in the gentle way. What I mean is the old school way. So anytime you feel like you have to guide the sales call in a sort of dominating alpha bullshit kind of way, you've started off in a tough position. Now, this doesn't apply to people like car salesmen. This doesn't apply to people where the client, the potential customer, is walking in with a low level of commitment, and you have to pull that commitment out of them when they know they can go right next door and do the same thing somewhere else. This is specifically a benefit and a value add and an opportunity for those of us in the online space. I suppose car companies could do this too. They just don't. Here's the thing. And here comes my little line drawing. I am drawing now something that I am going to call the continuum of trust. So you see how it says low and high? I hope that isn't in reverse like it looks to me. Anyway, this is a continuum of trust, and you have from low to high. Now, most salespeople, they wind up engaging their potential prospect, their client, somewhere over here, right? Where the trust is very, very low, and they have to schlep that person all the way over here and get the trust high so that the person will buy. Now, that is an arduous process. That is a process I do not like. And that is a process I do not ever blame you for not liking. And there's so much talk about getting in the right mindset for sales and everything. And you know, every no is one step closer to a yes. But all these things all these philosophies is a sort of brutal reframing that gets you ready to do battle in conversation with people who don't really trust you yet. There's a better, easier way. What if you could start the conversation with the prospect here? High trust. What if you could start the conversation with the prospect already having high trust? Guess what does that? Guess what accomplishes that? Just a second. More drawing coming up. What accomplishes that is what I call branding, personal branding. And branding is positioning in a very real sense, by the way. Robert Garcia, what's up, brother? By the way, you guys, Robert, Diana, Karina, Troy, Jim, please send some emojis across the screen. Show some love. This is an exchange of value here. I'm actually giving you real, legitimate training here. If you appreciate it, send some likes across the screen. Let Facebook know. It means a lot to me, and it's so easy to do. So just kind of, show some love on the live there. I like that. Show some love on the live. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Karina. Show me a little bit of love on the live stream for the love that I'm showing you here. So what is branding, and how does branding bridge that significant trust gap? Branding used to be coming up with a logo and a sort of what we stand for that is indirectly communicated through commercials and associated to the logo. That's what branding used to be. Now, with the advent of social media, we can replace that logo with ourselves and still reach millions of people. I want you to think about that. Think about when you think of the Coca-Cola logo, the Pepsi logo, the Ford logo, the whatever logo it is, right? The Apple logo. They have strategically researched and spent all of those brands, billions of dollars to get you to associate a certain set of feelings and beliefs with that image. Here's the thing about when you do that with you, and the thing about having social media as a tool. You can do that pretty much for free, for a few bucks. You can reach literally millions of people, and you don't have to spend as much as those big companies for three reasons. One is you don't need billions of people. You don't. You need thousands, right? Two is because of social media, you have the ability to show your face and your personality to people. And I forgot the third one, but we're moving right along. It doesn't matter. The point is this. The point is that you have an unprecedented opportunity, thanks to social media, to grow your personal brand. And the cool thing is you can do that. Hi, Alice. You can do that in a way that is totally congruent with your ethics, your values, your beliefs, and your principles. Let me say that again, because if you're like me, you thought branding and marketing and sales was evil. That's how you were raised if you were like me. You thought money was bad. You thought all of these things. Let me tell you, you don't have to sell your soul, so to speak, to grow a personal brand. In fact, it is far better if you don't. It is far better and actually has more value if you are congruent with your thought or your beliefs, your ethos, what you stand for, and you show up that way, and you allow your tribe to gravitate toward you organically. This is the way to go. Why? Because then you never have to worry about going off brand, right? Because your brand is yourself. Your brand is yourself. And what you want to do is sort of cultivate what people say, think, and feel about you behind your back. How do we do this? Well, we do this with content. Content is the only way we can use social media, right? That's the interactive device for social media. And what happens when we put out enough content consistently enough that has value and personality in it is this bridge from very, very low trust over to trust so high that people are willing to invest with you gets closed. This gap gets closed, right? So most of the time when people do sales, they're starting with somebody who has zero to low trust. And the job of the salesperson through manipulation and coercion and guidance is to bring people over to high trust. But you, through the use of social media and personal branding, can close this whole trust gap before people ever come in contact with you. And so, remember, I said the topic of this live stream was the secret to sales, the trick, I said, to sales, especially for those of you who hate sales and selling with a passion. Here's the thing. When you get in a conversation with someone, an enrollment type conversation, and their trust level is somewhere here, here's what you're going to love. It's not an enrollment conversation anymore. I'm waiting for the pin to drop. It's not an enrollment conversation anymore. You don't have to know sales techniques. You don't have to know how to guide people. You don't have to know how to close and corner and overcome objections. You don't have to know those things because you've already earned the trust of that person. Do you see what I'm saying? Overcoming objections, guiding the sale, assuming the close. All of those sales techniques are meant to do one thing: overcome the fact that you don't have trust. So, what if you could build the trust ahead of time? What if you could build the trust at scale? So with hundreds of people, thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, millions of people, like I have done. What if that were your reality? What if your conversations were just simple conversations to clarify things? Here's what I can provide for you. What do you feel your accomplishments, what are the goals that you want to accomplish? Okay, great. And then you honestly Assess whether or not your product or service can help accomplish those goals. If they can, you might ask, so in total integrity, by the way, and in ethical alignment, you might ask, what do you feel is holding you back? They'll tell you. And then you assess whether or not your service or product fits and can solve that problem. One of the things that people have a hard time asking, but is still a totally ethical question, and I encourage you to get used to asking it, is this. Is this something you're willing to invest in? And if so, are you willing to invest now, or do you feel like it's a later kind of thing for you? John Tackett, long time no see, buddy. But here's the thing about asking all those questions. When you don't have trust, those questions feel very squirrely. When you do have trust, it feels like a frank conversation, the kind you might have with like a doctor or something, right? You got to go in and tell them the truth, and they'll tell you if they can help you or not. I will share with you that having learned this concept of developing trust first has changed everything for me, because I still hate sales. I still hate selling. I hate overcoming objections. I hate closing. I hate all of those things. However, I love having conversations with people to see whether or not they are willing and able and ready and a good fit to join whatever service I have, right? In this case, it's my personal branding service. Does that make sense? Are we tracking this? If you're tracking this, please send a couple of likes across the screen. Don't be shy. It costs you nothing. Let's just get some emojis coming across the screen so I know that you're grasping this. So the trick to sales, especially if you hate sales and selling with a passion, is not to do sales. It's to focus on earning the trust of your clientele and your audience, your potential people. The more you earn the trust ahead of time through your personal branding efforts, the less you ever have to sell. Thank you so much, Alice, for the hearts. Appreciate it. I do. The more that you earn trust ahead of time and the bigger audience you earn it with, the less you have to sell and the more clients you will still have. It's simple. It's simple. Okay, you got it? Here's what I want to do now. I want to, let's see. I want to invite you guys. Dan McPherson, welcome. I want to invite you guys to think about whether you'd like to have me help you learn how to do these things, with the impact of this being that you will make more sales, you will make more money, you will get more clients, and you'll do it all while feeling aligned and in integrity. Feeling aligned and in integrity, feeling good about yourself and your level of service to people. Hey, Chip, if you would like my help with this, I want to invite you to apply for access to my Coach's Branding Blueprint program. It's not for everyone. It's absolutely not for everyone. But if you sort of consider yourself to be heart-centered and mission-based, if you have a proven program that gets proven results for people, if you struggle to consistently bring in clients and make enough money, what would it feel like, by the way? What would it feel like to know that you're making 7, 8, 10, 12,000 a month? And to not have to worry so much. Would that feel good to you? Would you like assistance with that? I guess the question is, are you willing to invest in yourself in order to create that? And if you are, do you agree that building trust is a more powerful way to do it, excuse me for just a second, than trying to learn sales techniques? And would you like to have people come to you organically, pre-qualified? See, because the personal branding program that I teach does all of these things for you. It shows you how to do all of these things. You'll grow your audience. Ultimately, if you're a good student, you'll grow your audience into the millions of people those people will automatically move through the know, like, and trust journey. And so, Alice, yes, it does feel incredible, by the way. It does feel incredible. People will move organically through the know, like, and trust journey, and you will start getting more clients. Now, we also go into a lot of strategies for how to, shake the tree and grab quick clients and stuff like that. But the underlying philosophy here is it's so much easier because you're earning their trust way ahead of time, right? And once you earn their trust, that's it. It is in the best possible way. It's game over. So if you would like to take advantage of my Black Friday / Cyber Monday discounted offer for the Coaches Branding Blueprint program, I invite you to put #me in the comments. Put #me in the comments. We'll reach out to you lickety split. We'll get you in a conversation and we'll just see if it's a fit for you. And if it's a fit, great. Come on in and I will help you to succeed like crazy. By the way, in the last 4 months, my current roster of students have collectively built, hi Eileen, their audiences to well over 1 million people, probably closer to 2.5 million people. Between them, they have booked probably, I don't have the exact number, I'll be honest with you, but close to $900,000 in new client business in the last 4 months. Hey, Amanda. Amanda's in the program. Chip is in the program. They're both on this call. We are absolutely smashing it. And by the way, costs almost nothing to build this audience, to do the work. It's not a course that teaches you how to run paid ads and build complicated funnels and things like that. It's not any of those things. It's primarily organic. It will cost you, a couple $100 a month in total to execute. So if you'd like to have an organic, brand-centered, in alignment with your values, strategy and guidance and massive support, by the way, I might add, in starting to develop your business and really start landing clients and thriving in your business, I invite you to reach out and put #me in the comments below, and let's see if you're a fit. If you're a fit, I have a discount for Black Friday going. It's about 40% off, something like that, off of the, I guess you call it the retail price of the program. By the way, once you're in the program, you're in for life. You're part of the family. So it's not something you have to upsell again into next year or anything like that. You're in. So who would like to explore whether or not this is a good fit for you? If you think so, if you think that you'd like to learn how to never have to really sell again while attracting clients, hi Amy, while growing your business and thriving, being part of a small community that is on the cusp of having booked almost $1 million in new client business in like 4 months. Think about that. You can be part of this. This can be you. Reach out. Put #me in the comments. YouTubers, find me on Facebook. Find me on Facebook and connect with me and tell me that you'd like to talk about the Black Friday offer. Okay? #me in the comments, or YouTubers, reach out to me on Facebook and tell me you'd like to talk about the Black Friday offer. Guys, I will tell you, to a person, when you apply what you learn in the program, it works. It has not failed for anyone who's applied it. Think about that. It has not failed for anyone who's applied it. Okay? It is principle-based. It is driven on psychology, and it will get you new clients. It will allow your business to thrive. And I want you to be part of it if you're hungry, if you're motivated, if you are tired of, the snake oil salesman, the smoke and mirrors and everything, and you want a game plan that'll work for you, a tight community of support and tons of support from me personally, this is the place. So put hashtag me if you're seeing this on Facebook. If you're seeing this on YouTube, reach out to me on Facebook and tell me you want to talk about my Black Friday offer. Okay, guys, that's it. Big call to action for you today. I want to be seeing a couple of you guys talking to me. Okay, thanks very much.